Hi, hello. It is I, your trace rifle connoisseur. One of these days, I'm gonna say one of those that's like really cool and it's just gonna stick. But anyways, this is gonna be a short one because there's not a lot of trace rifles in the game. Um, I should though probably quickly go over trace rifles roles in the game. Alright, trace rifle job. Alright, one primary add clear. It's basic. Choice rifles are basically primaries with limited ammo. They're definitely stronger than primaries. And choosing the right one can help you in a double special loadout. They're just effective at still doing things that primaries want you to do in certain light situations, like shooting nodes and whatnot, but also being able to actually kill stuff, which is good. Um, Again, they don't do, big boy damage, so the other thing is utility, right? So just like on primaries where you want certain utility perks in certain situations, stuff like shoot the loot and all that, that would also be really effective on trace rifles. You basically just need to look at it as like a really, really souped up auto rifle, like a really fucking good auto rifle. That's what a trace rifle is. Um, I mean, that's pretty much it. They've tried to give them some traits to make them like DPS monsters, but it's just dumb. It doesn't work. Regardless, first one we're gonna go over is one of my favorites. Path of Least Resistance. This is craftable. This arc comes from Season of the Seraph activities, which means you cannot currently acquire it unless I believe Presage. No, it's not Presage. It's one of the legendary weekly rotators is up. The one where you get the anti-barrier pulse rifle, whose name, of course, I currently forget. Where are you? Revision Zero. Yeah, whichever place you get Revision Zero from, Operation Seraph Shield. See, that was easy, right? Anyways, you get it from doing that mission now, and if you get enough of those red borders, you can craft this, which means all of these traits are enhanceable. It comes with Omalon Fluid Dynamics, which is really good on a trace rifle. It just means that at 97, if you stay above about 50, you get uh, those stat benefits: 30 reload speed, 20 stability, so it just makes the gun feel good. Or you can go with this trash perk, which gives you, I know it looks nice, like range handling, but it's only on like the first shot, which is really just like a short period of time. It also gives you a little bit of damage, but it's not worth your time. Just run this. All right, so as far as traits are concerned, in the third column, that utility that you're looking for, adaptive munitions, that's pretty good. It's also in the third column, which means you still get a damage trait, because this trait, for some reason, still comes in the fourth column quite often. Um, Shoot to loot is another really good option. That's the one that I use most of the time, because for general play, adding range, which is still nice, even on not auto rifles, I'm sorry, trace rifles, because they still do have a range fall off, as you can see. Getting that free 5% on top of the fact that you get shoot to loose. Benefits, which now include picking up orbs of power when you shoot them to reload your ammo, as well as shooting ammo bricks to increase your ammo. All that's good. That's good stuff. Good things, right? So that means you have two really good traits in the third column, in my opinion: utility with adaptive munitions and shoot to loot. For a while, I used stats for all because of some synergy with this thing, which we're gonna get to in a second, but this kind of solves that problem for you because it gives you base reload speed. So, um, yeah, I don't really see the point in this. This is more of a ammo conservation thing, but you should be getting plenty of ammo, especially if you're using shoot to loot. So you can just shoot the ammo in the first place, so you don't even have to go pick it up. This is useless, just because it's not. It's not worth your time because it doesn't have as much utility as these other traits, in my opinion. Like, yeah, it's usable, but it's not as good as the other traits. And then the rest of these are just PvP traits, like Hipfire, Dynamics, so that's PvP crap. PvP, this would be if you were swapping, but this would imply that you're using another primary, which is a no. Gutshot Straight, that's PvP. This is one of those DPS trait things, because you put this combination together, you would get the triple tap to give you more ammo, and you also get this to give you more damage, which sounds really good. It helps for single target damage, but you have a better trait to do that same um, idea. One for All is actually pretty good. One for All is probably a shout if for some reason you didn't want to use this. As you can see, I'm already leaning towards something here. Dragonfly, no. No, no, no. Get a different gun for Dragonfly. Just like I don't like Dragonfly on auto rifles, I don't like it on trace rifles. Volt shot. Yes, volt shot's the answer. Okay. Oh, let me go over One for All real quick. 35% damage increase after you hit 3 different targets. That's good. Hit 3 different targets. This makes it better at end game. Volt shot does require a kill, but even at end game, because it is a trace rifle, you're going to be killing targets, and then you get a reload. You do that at the top of your magazine, then you're gonna get extra reload speed, and then you're gonna proc Volt Shot, which is gonna let you chain kills because you're gonna tag the thing with Volt Shot and deal damage to everything else, which is means you're gonna reload again and be able to. It's just good. Okay, it's really good. Volt Shot's really good. I'm spending way too much time on this gun. This is a really good gun. That's what this means. Okay, so let's get the fuck out of here. All right, where's the thing? Where's it? Here. S tier. It's probably the best trace rifle in the game. All right, next. Appetence. Ooh, I can word eventually. You get this season reward. You guys are lazy. Oh, season pass reward. I get it. You get this from season of the wish activities, and yes, you do get it from the season pass. This season actually. Stasis special, obviously craftable. It comes with Dragon's Evidence, which basically doesn't do anything for you other than reload the magazine if you're low or if a teammate dies, which yeah happens more often than you think. Um, Craftable, so enhanceable traits. So the first thing we're looking for is utility, right? There's almost none here, which is the disappointment. The only real utility piece here would be Demolitionist, which is pretty good, and I would take it if I didn't have any other options, and it doesn't really look like I do. Overflow sounds great, but you still got to pick up that ammo, which is not fun. Clown Cartridge also sounds great, but it's not solving your problem. It's just helping your problem, which is the problem, in my opinion. So yeah, demo is probably the move here. Killing Tally sounds really good. The only time I would use is PvE. I mean PvP. It changes its damage. 15% damage increase in PvP, 30% in PvE. But anyways, I don't like this trait unless I'm using Cenotaph Mask on Warlock, Big Ugly Helmet, because you will steadily reload a portion of your equipped trace rifles magazine from reserves. So you don't have to worry about the issue with killing Tally, which is that if you reload or if you swap off of the gun, then you lose the damage increase. Well, with Cenotaph Mask, then you don't have that problem, and you also generate special ammo for yourself to keep using it, which is good. But I think One for All here is the answer because it's just you need that damage increase to use this like a primary because that's how it works. Headstone sounds great, but unless that thing was in the third column, you still have to get kills with this, which means that you want the damage increase because you gotta make sure you get things dead. Um, Nothing else here matters in my opinion, because all these so many of these traits would have been better in the third column as utility traits. So it's the first of its kind, which is probably why they did it the way they did it, which to me just makes this a C tier. It's viable solely because of the stasis. So if for some reason you didn't run or you use the other stasis trace rifle, which is an exotic by the way, um, man, I don't remember any name. This one, Agerceptor, then you use this guy, which Demolition is One for All. That's the move. C tier. Next one up, Incisor. Incisor. This is the other one that they put in that top slot. Strand. Special comes from Trials of Osiris. I know, you're panicking. I have to play Trials? I'm not doing that shit. Don't worry about it, because it's not that good. Um, One Quiet Moment because of PvP, which is a solid reload trait. If you don't know how it works, if you're out of combat for X amount of time, then you will get a massive reload speed increase. If you get a kill, then you will drop the timer, which is typically 5 seconds. Each kill reduces the timer afterward by 1.5 seconds, which means you can use this in PvE pretty good by just getting a couple kills and then being out of combat for a short period of time. So it's not terrible, it's actually pretty good. Alacrity is just good if you're by yourself because it gives you all of these buffs all of the time if you're by yourself. It also gives you aim assistance too, but all trace rifles have like 100% aim assistance. So, third column, where's our utility? Slice is good utility, and that's it. Slice, whenever you use your class ability, then you can tag multiple targets with Sever, and if I haven't done a video on this yet, I'm still on Solar, but if you sever a target, you make them deal less damage. So you could just crowd wide stop damage. You just slow damage down, which is good. You could just use this on a boss. Now the boss doesn't kill you, so on and so forth. Really, really good. Also solid with Cenotaph Mask because you're going to be using this as your primary and you want to be hitting yellow bars with Cenotaph Mask, and this will make them not fucking kill you. Um, the problem then comes in with this fourth column, which is where you have no actual DPS trait that you care about. Target lock is for PvP, doesn't work very good in PvE, despite the fact that it has synergy with Cenotaph Mask. You don't deal enough damage fast enough for it to be worth it, in my opinion. Hatchling is great. The problem with this is that it requires you to get a bunch of kills or a kill in the first place for it to be viable in a specific way, requiring headshots. I hate trying to land headshots on trace rifles. It's not fun. Same thing with like auto rifles and SMGs. Kill clip is probably your best bet actually because yeah, you do have to get kills, but once you get a kill, you kind of keep kill clip forever because you're just gonna keep stacking those kills. Attrition orbs is a great utility trait. Would have been great in a third column. Encore, PvP, killing tally, same thing as the previous weapon. So in my opinion, they're the same. I guess just because they're the first of their kind, they decided not to make them too OP. But if for some reason you needed to use a strand trace rifle and did not want to use the exotic, or don't have the exotic, the navigator, which does basically exactly what you're trying to do with the other one, to be honest with you, along with utility, which is hilarious, then you use Incisor. Next, Acacia's Dejection. Ooh, I can word, I swear. Solar, craftable, special, comes from Root of Nightmares. Dungeon, you can get it from killing the final boss and whatever the fuck Cision is. I haven't done this. I don't own this weapon. But just based off the traits, I can tell you right now that there's not a lot of utility here, so you probably don't want this thing, and I barely see anybody using it. So all of the weapons that come from Brood of Nightmares have this origin trait that gives them handling and reload speed if you have multiple of the weapons, which is nice. But not gonna lie to you, dude, that's almost all that it has going on for it. As far as utility in this third column, there is none. There's nothing utility-wise here for you. All of it just gives you more ammo, which sounds great, but no. Field prep is probably your best bet just to give you more ammo in reserves, which means you don't have to worry about getting as much ammo. Shoot the loot, demo, anything utility wise is doing great here. Your best damage trait is probably Paracausal Affinity, which is a 20% damage bump if you get a kill with the weapon's elemental aligning. It's not class. Well, class that aligns with like light or dark. I know that made it sound really complicated, but since this is solar, if you get a kill with a light subclass ability, so solar, void, or arc, then you would increase your damage by 20%. So it can give itself more damage because it's solar, or if you got like a void grenade kill, then you'll get 20%. So it's just 20% really easy to proc, which is good. But then you come to the problem of this still requires you to get some sort of ability kill, and you're still not getting any utility anywhere else, which just makes this not worth it in my opinion. If you were trying to do something with it, just trying to force it to work, then I would probably just use Frenzy, because Frenzy's just good on primaries, quote unquote. Anyway, um, but yeah, this is a D tier, because we're gonna talk about its brother in a minute. That's just so much better that there's no reason to ever run Acacia's Dejection. Retraced Path. Yeah, yeah, we're going there, dude. Special, solar, craftable. You get it from running uh Dares of Eternity, Zer, which is a free activity, by the way. Everybody should own that. Hot swap, if you take damage, then you get like handling or some shit. Don't worry about it. It's PvP related, basically. Um, these traits are enhanceable. Now, as far as utility person, Genesis, you don't even see this a lot, but Genesis, whenever you break a shield, you will automatically reload this gun's magazine, and if you're hitting a shield with the same element as this gun, then you won't use ammo while you're dealing damage to it. That's great utility. You like that shit. Shoot the loot, which they just put back on this gun. Great, amazing utility. We talked about it before. Um, Adaptive munitions, just like we talked about with what's passive least resistance. Adaptive munitions, that is a great utility piece. Um, yeah, so as far as utility is concerned, it has it in spades, right? Damage. Where's the damage? Can we add damage? Actually, you can add even more utility. I still kind of wish this was in the third column, but I get where they're going, so you could like combo these up. Um, Disruption break. If you break a shield, then you will increase your kinetic damage for a short period of time, which means if you're running a good kinetic special weapon, cough cough, mountaintop, then you just do a metric shit ton of damage to anything that previously had a shield, which is actually really fucking good utility. Problem is just that it's in the fourth column, so I probably would never run it. Now, you have Incandescent, which helps with solar synergy, which, yes, I ignored on the previous gun, but it didn't have the utility to be okay with using a trait that requires you to get a kill first and enjoy yourself. One for All is also another one that's really good because it's really easy to just tag 3 things and get 30% extra damage. Frenzy is another one that's really good. 15% more damage all the time with all those other benefits is pretty solid. But I wouldn't use Frenzy with Shoot the Loop because they accomplish the same thing as Shoot the Loop gives you free ammo reloads. So I would use it with Adaptive Munitions, not even Genesis because it reloads too in certain situations. Um, Really wish Demo would have been in a third column as well, because that would have been great. Like Demo Incandescent or Demo Frenzy, that would have been great on this primary. This is good. I don't want to spend too much time on this stuff because it's supposed to be a short video. So, yeah, this is really good. This is S tier, but it's slightly worse than Retrace Path because Volt Shot by itself kind of carries. Now, Hollow Denial. This one, Void Special. It's craftable. It comes from season and haunted activities, which are no longer available, which means that you have to do the mission from the legendary rotator presage, one or the other. I don't know how to say it. And then you can get this weapon. It is its origin trait is extrovert. Basically, if you kill people while you're surrounded, or if you kill a nightmare at all, you get like some health, which is good, specific but good. Makes me wish this gun had like surrounded. That would be awesome. But regardless, utility wise, lead from gold. That means you can use this gun all the time. You're gonna have a bunch of ammo, so ammo economy stuff. That's good, and it also has adaptive munitions. Seems like all the really good ones have adaptive munitions. Let's keep adding adaptive munitions weapons. Bungo, please. Um, as far as actual damage traits are concerned, the only real damage trait that you care about would probably be Swashbuckler. But in my opinion, you are only running this on Void anyway, so you want Repulsor Brace. So that if you're running it on Void, you get a grenade kill, because you're running a fragment, whose name I do not recall, that will give you disrupt, damn it, destabilizing rounds. So it makes shit blow up. And if you make the shit blow up with void damage, then bam, now you get a void overshield. So cool, cool beans. You like that? Um, Killing tally. We've talked about it before. I think this was the first time they reintroduced it as well on something that was not a machine gun, and it's just, You can hear my sadness. It's just so close to being good, but it's just not because it takes so many bullets to kill, and then these guns shoot so fast that you don't have a lot of ammo in the first place. So even if you got the killing tally to proc, you just don't have enough ammo to like continue the damage increase, which makes it not good. But you know, other than that, you're good. If you really was looking for more damage, which I understand, then you go Swashbuckler. If you're just pure utility, Unrelenting or Repulsor Brace, and none of the rest of them matter in my opinion. And as far as utility is concerned, here you won't let from goal or you won't have that munitions, and you probably need to build for reload speed because you don't have a bunch of that here. Yeah, get a pretty good reload speed, which makes this, in my opinion, a solid B tier. Yes, there is a gap. It is passive least resistance, retrace path, and every fucking body else. Passive least resistance and retrace path are the GOAT trace rifles, in my opinion. Mainly because they have shoot to loot, which is just so good on a trace rifle because not only are you killing all of the things that give you the ammo, but you're also able to shoot the ammo to reload all of your weapons and give yourself the ammo that you shot, which is just great. That utility is unmatched. And then the only reason why Path of Least Resistance is better than Retrace Path is because Volt Shot is such a good quote unquote primary weapon trait. Is there any changes I would make? Really, I think Hollow Denial is really good, but that's it. It is really good. Um, Incisor's probably better than Appidance because Slice is solid, but no damage trait other than Kill Clip kind of slow. Well, I guess it's about the same actually, so this is probably better so far, right? Appetence does have damage traits that are easy to proc with little utility. This has no utility at all and a easy to proc damage trait. So maybe like this. Maybe this is more fair. I think I like this better. So anyways, that's how I feel about currently available trace rifles. And I'll see you guys again later.